I'm Chaplain Densford, the Deputy Garrison Chaplain, here with another installment of Water from the Well. On 12 July 1915, Chaplain Felhoelter wrote to his mother in a letter, "I'm not comfortable in Korea, that is impossible here, but I am happy in the thought that I can help some souls who need help." Just 4 days later, on 16 July 1950, Chaplain Felhoelter was with elements of the 19th Infantry Regiment as they were trying to escape the advancing North Korean army after the Battle of Daejeon. It soon became apparent that with the 30 casualties that they were trying to carry, that they were not going to be able to escape the superior forces of the North Koreans. So Chaplain Felhoelter, it said, encouraged the medical officer to take those who were able to walk and go ahead and escape quickly. And Chaplain Felhoelter then would stay with the wounded and the dying, which he did. Some of the reports showed that soon after the walking were able to get away from the North Koreans, some looked back and they saw the North Koreans overran those wounded, including Chaplain Felhoelter, who was there ministering to them, and they saw them just brutally kill them all, the wounded and Chaplain Felhoelter, as he was ministering to them. It's important to note also that Chaplain Felhoelter, this being the early days of the war, was the first chaplain casualty during the Korean conflict. The first one to die. There would be, I think, 6 chaplains who would die in the first month of the Korean War, many others in the course of it. But Chaplain Felhoelter holds that distinction. But not just the distinction of being the first, but the being one who died ministering to others. Later, Chaplain Felhoelter was to receive posthumously the Distinguished Service Cross. And the citation for that award reads like this. "The President of the United States of America, under the provisions of the Act of Congress approved July 9, 1918, takes pride in presenting the Distinguished Service Cross posthumously to Captain Chaplain Herman Felhoelter, United States Army, for extraordinary heroism in connection with military operations against an armed enemy of the United Nations, while attached to Headquarters and Headquarters Company, 19th Infantry Regiment, 24th Infantry Division. Chaplain Captain Felhoelter distinguished himself by extraordinary heroism in action against enemy aggressor forces on the Kum River north of Daejeon, Korea, on 16 July 1950. When seriously wounded men of the 19th Infantry could not be evacuated in the face of an overwhelming night attack by superior enemy forces who would cut off the main route of withdrawal, Chaplain Felhoelter, without regard for his own personal safety, voluntarily remained behind to give his wounded comrades spiritual comfort and aid. When last seen, Chaplain Felhoelter was still ministering to the wounded." We can look at Chaplain Felhoelter's story as we can many others, particularly chaplains who would stay behind to care for the wounded, the dying, who would sacrifice their own safety to minister to those who were in harm's way, who were wounded on the battlefield, who were even taken prisoners of war. And we see in Chaplain Felhoelter's story, as we do with most of these others, most of the core values that the Army now says are important for us. We can see loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. As Chaplain Felhoelter chose to stay behind, probably knowing that the North Koreans would not permit them to live, or at least not to live in peace. So Chaplain Felhoelter, without regard to his own safety, without regard to his own comfort, he stayed with those who were wounded to care for them, spiritually and I'm sure physically as well. We can learn a lot from Chaplain Felhoelter, again, as we can with many people, and as we go through the history of war. We can learn from them. We can learn from their sacrifice. We can learn from what they did as they ministered to others. Whether you're a chaplain or whether you're a layman, whether you're a soldier, whether you're a family member, you can minister to others. You can help others. You can help to take care of others. You can seek to provide for others, regardless of their faith, regardless of their status, regardless of their health, whether they're wounded, whether they're well. We can minister to others. We can set aside the concerns that we have for our own safety, for our own personal comfort, in caring for others. And I just want to encourage you. This day is 70 years ago when Chaplain Felhoelter died in battle, died ministering to others. I encourage you to follow his example, to care for others, to not worry about your own safety or comfort, but to do those things that are right, to do those things that will help to relieve the suffering of others, the pain of others, to do those things that are pleasing in God's sight. God bless you. Have a great day.